Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister. As always, brought to you by the lovely folks over at Star City Games, bringing you the best in trading card needs and online tournament needs. So today we are playing a little bit more historic here, getting ready for the Mythic Invitational that is going to be next weekend, as well as our Labor Day historic championship qualifier number 5. That we're going to be playing on the 7th. So a lot of historic to be focusing on. And I wanted to give a control deck a shot. I really have not played much control because Field of the Dead was running around and it was just plain and simple, pretty bad. Control was just really being dominated by that land. So we took this deck list from our very own Jerry Thompson, who wrote an awesome historic article with like 8 deck lists last week. So go ahead and check that out if you want to get some more really cool lists. But this deck looks really clean to me. Pact to Negation mixed with these high impact spells like Sphinx's Revelation and Teferi, Hero of Dominaria really sounds great to me. I think Pact is one of the most underrated cards in historic right now, let alone in blue. So I really want to try to maximize it here. So you can fast forward to any of the games below with the hyperlinks as well as the deck tech at the end. But if you do want spoilers, save the deck tech for the end because I do talk about the 3 matches that I played as well as any changes that I would make to this Azorius Control deck. So without any further ado, enjoy round number 1. All right, and welcome to round number 1 here with Azorius Control, brought to us by Jerry T. All right, on the draw, I think I would ship this, and it would be a close ship. But on the play, I think it's a close keep. With being on the play, getting that 0-4 to protect Teferi down the road here is pretty valuable, as well as cycling a farmland. Since we essentially have a 6-land hand, comes with some value as well. So we're going to keep this. We're going to start on our Hollowed Fountain, leaving that irrigated farmland for an option later, of course. Season just restart today, because I record this on Monday. We were very high mythic, but now we got to start the grind back up. Ooh, are we starting with a mirror match? All right, well, this is the turn. If it is a mirror match, turn 3 is when you really have to protect yourself from Teferi, from Narset. Or excuse me, Teferi's banned. From Narset, though. Okay, probably blue-white, could still be green. It's going to be some draw-go action. All right, we're in for a long Droppin Baums, y'all, so buckle up. Let's try to control people. Blue-white control, that is. Okay, Shark Typhoon is definitely what we want there, and there's a card we for sure do not want. Yeah, just land go. I don't think we want to use our shark quite yet. Oh, okay, well, I guess we are not playing a true mirror. Sweltering Sun, so we got Jeskai control. Do I want a 2/2 shark? Not really. Since I still have land drops to make, we're just going to do that. I might even just make a castle here. I think it's time to cycle, probably, just because we just don't have much counter magic. Okay. And I want to actually start a clock. And then back it up with castles. I mean, maybe we're supposed to do that the other way around, but... So they could make a 3/3 as well. Yeah, let's go for it. Cycle! Shark time. Seal away. Do not want that one either. Do want that one, though. Hiya! Kind of want to play a spell here. Yeah, because if they have a shark, I want to kind of prevent them from being able to shark. So let's first try to land this. I'm leaning on this because I actually think it's the least valuable card out of the 3. Out of the Planeswalkers. So this is kind of bait, essentially. Yeah. Now, do I think they have negate? I really don't, but I think they could have a sensor, so I think this is worth it. Now, if they have it, we just walked right into their plan, and this is not going to be ideal for us. The only reason we blunk first, that's probably a bad way of saying it. Yeah, okay, I thought they had the sensor. Is just because we could double spell and they were both meaningful. But now, of course, they can turn around and try to Teferi, but we still have that follow-up as well. We could have tapped blue here, or left blue open to cycle this. We're probably not cycling it anyways, but you never know. Narset. Revelation. Haven't cast that card in a while. That's going to be a nice end step this. If it gets countered, then this. Next turn, if anything. All right, but here's the tough turn. Now we got to get through whatever they have. Shields are down. And like Teferi, Tuck, Narset or something is not that good. So I'm not that afraid of that. Okay. Not that afraid of nothing either. All right, we're going to activate. Oh, wow. I have no idea what we clicked. Wow. I guess Pact isn't bad, but damn. We just kind of got auto-clicked there. That was my own fault. I clicked a button, but hey, it's better than getting like a seal away or something. Oh. Okay. That's no big deal. We were completely fine with that. We get Teferi now. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Say go. Now we have Sensor plus Pact, which is kind of spicy. The only thing I'm pretty afraid of with their Jeskai build here is Niv Mizzet post board. That could be a bad one. Is that big of a deal? I think so. Because we can untap some lands if we have Teferi sticking around. And if they go like neutralize here, bang. Got him. Got him. Been saving this sensor for a long... Oh, wait a minute. So we want this to resolve. Censor that. Your neutralize on my Pact resolves. Thank you very much. Saving me some mana. Alright, so now it's just Revelation time and leave up 2 mana. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Bang. Haven't done that in a while. Alright, discard one of these extra Wraths. And now, Dovin's Veto to protect them. Whoa. I guess we got a sensor for that too. I think it's actually better to Dovin's Veto just in case they do have Pact. Bang! All right, game number 1 to us. We are the control kings so far. All right, anti-control cards. I almost want to take Forsake if they have Lay Claim. Seems kind of bad though. All right, let's get out Seal Aways. Let's get out Settle. Let's get out Timely. We have 4. Is that 4? Oh, that's only 2. I can never see how many cards we actually have. So we want to make sure we can still deal with Niv Mizzet if they do have it, but we don't want to go crazy here. We have Teferi, we have Cast Out, and that's it. And we don't even know if they have it. So I think I would rather have Forsake in here. I mean, they probably have Search for Azcanta and stuff too. Plus, they just played that 7 mana Lay Claim. So I think it's worth it. Let's submit. Drink some coffee. Be on our way. I haven't played a good control deck in a while here on Droppin Baums. They just haven't been that good. Since Azorius Control in Standard was good, to be honest. I'll sneak that one off. That's snap keep for y'all in the biz. All right, we might actually cycle this, so maybe though. I mean, I could birth to hit a land. Yeah, I think this one's worth a cycle with only having 2 lands. Sensor's so good, though. So they could still have Mystical Dispute, and I actually think they do have it. So I think this is a time to just get a birth down. If Teferi was still in this format, I think I would probably not make that play. But if they Narset, it's not the worst, but it's still not good. So this is kind of the one turn where we want them to do nothing. And then we'll be going land go for a while now that we set some up. Recruiter. Oh. All right. They still just have Dispute. I'm very sure of it. But I think I'd rather have a 1/1 Shark to block. This is not that scary when we have Birth of Melodius and stuff. But kind of cool. Nice little juke. I will block. Cycle. 1/1 defensive shark. Okay. Now that we have counter magic, I kind of want to play search and hold up dispute. I want to start casting stuff because now we have a lot of powerful spells. This is once again bait. Don't care that much about this, but it still will be a relevant magical card. The Sego. It's pretty sick. Sharks, tokens. Oh my. I think we're still going to leave this back. Take a little chump shot, or a little chip damage, I should say. They've definitely juked. All right. Don't need another land. Plus, we're getting closer to flipping it. So I could go for Narset, but it's pretty weak. I could go for Castle, but that's pretty weak. I could go for Sphinx's Rev for 2, but that's pretty weak. I want a card to die this turn, to be honest, so I actually am going to play Narset. Because then I can flip Search. Spicy! All right. So they can definitely take down Narset, which I kind of want them to do. Narset, you know, when they juke like this, definitely makes this card a lot worse. Okay, I can keep it alive. Do I want to keep it alive? Okay, now I can't, so there's no point in even blocking. So maybe they had never had dispute. Maybe my read was wrong on that. Drake Haven. Okay. It's an interesting deck. Jeskai cycling, I guess. Blink. I don't need it, right? Yeah. Library. Transform. We're just going to say go now. Now they should feel the pressure, essentially. Because we have Iskanta. It's starting to be scary, though. I think I'm just going to do this for 4. Hope it resolves. If not, we get to Teferi. Okay, that's not a bad pickup. Now, no attacks. This rescuer has been indeed valiant. All right. So, I actually need a creature, or I need this blink to resolve if I want to keep this alive, right? If I make a castle token and block 3 of these, it takes... Yeah, I think that's best. Yeah, then I'm wide open. Maybe I just blink here. All right, let's try this. I don't want to leave the shields completely down right now. Okay. Try to keep Teferi long for even next turn as well would be the goal. We can't let this kind of stuff happen. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to start making tokens or as canting? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can make 1. This is close. So I'm going to have an access to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So I can castle twice. Which I may need. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Just trying to keep Teferi alive for 1 more rotation. So I could block 3. If they attack with the rescuer, I think they can kill it. Five of them. If they attack with the rescuer, I don't have to castle because Teferi's dead. But if they don't, then I can castle and try to keep it alive. Okay. I can make 1/1s too. Trying to take this Teferi down the old-fashioned way. Alright. I don't think I'll be able to protect it again, so now it's time to start finding some other stuff. Next turn. Okay. We actually don't care about that now. Like, this Teferi was dead. I don't have any Wraths in the board anymore, though, which is scary. I think I can safely cycle this since I have his Kanta. Ooh. That was insane. Okay. Don't have a Dovin's Veto. Okay, so is Kanta untap? I can't activate Castle twice regardless, so I think we just untap. Okay. So now I'll have, if they attack with everything, once again, I'll have to make a token to save them. But if it's just the tokens, they're just giving up. I think I still may have to... Nah, this time we're just going to block. We're going to try to do some Iscanting here. We'll be going castle crazy next turn if our life total is getting in question here. Yep. That's pretty bad. All right. And there's another one. Okay. It's a fairy. Everyone's favorite. So I could tuck to make them have to draw that. I don't think I want them to draw that, so. Don't want another one of those. Can't make 2 tokens off castle, so just an untap again. We just want to make a shark big enough that it will get to eat something every turn. But we're just getting close to death here. So now it's just preserve life total. We'll have to Azcanta later. Okay. So I could, yeah, actually this isn't bad. Just shark for 2 and then Azcanta? Sure. That way it's still gonna eat a token every turn. Man, this wall has been a lifesaver. Could cast out this. Yeah, I might do that. Wonder if they have like Zenith flares as well. They just have a giant shark here? I bet. With that being the case, I do not think we can cast out. They have the opening if they have it, yeah. Wasn't going to beat that anyways, so. Alright, we sideboarded completely wrong for the deck that, in question. Our wraths are actually pretty good, it seems. Or at least passable. These forsakes are bad. I think 2 is still fine. We don't want to go crazy on that effect, but yeah, they just pushed a little ahead of us there at the end, and I'm okay losing those kind of games. We were behind pretty much the whole way. All right, game number 3. This has been a battle. All right, I would love to play first, and this is a keeper. Berthamelitis hopefully saves us another 1,000 damage. All right. We didn't see Dispute from them. Not a ton of counter magic except like some vetoes. That's kind of it. Okay. What 3-drop am I afraid of? Really none. So I think we go like this. Say go. Probably cycle something here. But what? Drakehaven, I guess I'm not super pleased to see, but I guess we just immediately cast out it. I think I want to cycle this to start, since they didn't play that. Okay, now we're just going to say go and just draw 2 cards, if given the option. Good old-fashioned draw go here. My favorite. Draw 2. They get to go draw go, we get to go draw 2 go. Doesn't seem hardly fair. Okay, do we want 5 mana for anything? Censor plus veto is only 4. Dispute usually only costs 1. So I could go... And I don't really want to cycle quite yet, so I could just go Birth. Yeah, I think I like that. Birth, still make sure we have 3 mana in case we need to veto plus Dispute. Just making our land drops. We're not even going to cycle anything. Our cards are just good. Okay, now I think I'll be happy to cycle a 4/4 shark. So we're just going to say go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The beats. Okay. Gaining some life. Getting in there with 4/4s. Don't want to cast Teferi yet. Think I want to just do some cycling. Yeah, we're just going to say go, cycle both of these lands away. Didn't want to see that. That must mean a 5/5 shark. I'm going to give him a little push to maybe make a big shark now. See if they fall for this bait. I kind of don't think they will, but... All right, we're just going to say go. I'll just blink of an eye if they make a 5/5 shark here. Yep. Kill that. Big shark of our own. That was a nice pickup on our part. We're able to make a 7/7 shark next turn. Yep, that's fine. Okay. They gotta be packing some Dovin's Vetoes over there. We're gonna get in there. And we're gonna say go. So right now their Zenith Flares are like 7 or 8. So I mean that would just gain them a lot of life, but we're so far out of reach. It's not that big of a deal, so we can tap out without impunity so far. Yeah, 7/7. Big shark. Hello. Dang it. Plus Dovin's Veto mana? Ugh. Well, nah, that doesn't force it through. Could try to get them and hope they don't have another basic. Could be possible. If I hit their white source, I bet they don't have 2 white. Okay, we're going to try this. This obviously might not work, so... Okay. So go to combat. Teferi. That's kind of a spicy play. El Caliente. All right, let's draw some cards. Try to keep this alive as long as possible. All right, your go. All right, we'll be protecting this Teferi as hard as humanly possible, which means probably not making a castle token here. Birth of Melitus coming in handy more than just the lands. All right. Now Zenith Flare kills Teferi, so I do not want that. Now we got a Wrath here, so I think I just Wrath these away, but I mean, I don't really have a choice, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe we play Narset as bait here. We actually want to resolve the Wrath. This we don't care about too much. But we have so much extra mana. Okay. Alright. One, two, three, four, five, six. Dovin's Veto. Okay, so we can try to play this as well. They had it! And they didn't fall for it. Rude. So we got one more Wrath that we're probably going to have to find. So this is starting to be a lot of damage. So it looks like they're going to give us the opportunity to pick which Planeswalker we want to save. Okay. So it looks like they are saying, I need to kill Narset. That's too problematic. Okay. So 1, 2. This is on Teferi, right? They're going at Teferi. Okay. So let's preserve Teferi. I can't beat that card. So let's Dovin's Veto it. Cycle this since Search is going to flip. Cycle again. Graveyard. Transform. Could tuck one of these rescuers. Let's just draw. Okay, do we want to just make a I think we just have to start going nuts with Castle as much as we can. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We'll save Narset. Yeah, we'll save Narset for now. Tight game. Tight game. 20 cards in library. All right, finally get a use of this dispute. Late game disputes, gotta love it. So they can kill Teferi now. Even with just the tokens, which is kind of lame. Seems faster. Okay, I just let this happen. Teferi down. Okay, end step. Sweet. Also end step. Narset. Okay. Revelation has to be better, I would think. No attack. Say go. Still can't save it. Okay. Ooh, maybe I should have Sphinx's Rev there just in case they had some cycle effects. 6. Can do it for 4 to kind of make sure that they don't counter it. Let's do it for 6. That way I have Dovin's Veto back up plus the Pact. Okay. Okay. Let's start with this. How many vetoes have they went through? Okay. Now let's play a Narset. And let's play a Search. Let's cycle Sensor. Okay, we're not going to activate this. All right, now we got a ton. Oh, God. Okay. Gotta kill that. This has been a grind. I think I want to just leave stuff. Yeah, because we do not have that many cards in our library. So, yeah. All right, we're going to start with a hard cast Shark Typhoon, a fan favorite. Let's go. Dovin's Veto punishes us a bit here. Punishes us a lot. This is kind of our last one. Ugh. Okay. We're gonna pact this. Since that doesn't make a shark anyways. Okay, your go. I guess we could activate now. Sure. Sweet. So now I know the order of my library. Interesting. Don't have another shark? 5/5 shark, okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Sphinx is rev for 3. All right, that is a 6/6 shark. There's Teferi to keep us from decking. Okay. Wow, this match has been crazy. And we're about to time. All right, everything stays on the library. Decline. I'd like to not lose the game. Okay. Teferi. We're just gonna keep tucking this. Okay, Dovin's Vito. Only one cycle a turn for them. Okay, now we can go Censor plus Dispute. I think it's worth it. Dispute. Censor. And I think I want to draw just to hold up Dovin's Veto here. Wow. All right, Dovin's Veto unpacked. And we got a shark. We just got a school of sharks here. I don't think that matters. A little too late. Zenith Flare that. Dovin's Veto that. Woo! That was one heck of a round one here for Droppin Baums. That was a battle. Let's hope we get a couple easier wins here in our last 2 rounds. So don't go anywhere. Round 2 of Droppin Baums will be coming right at you. All right, and welcome to round number 2 here with Azorius Control. Looks like we're on the play up against a Luris deck. So I would guess blue-white auras would be my guess, but it could be the black-red deck as well. I think either way, this hand is absolutely unplayable. Everything costs 5, essentially. So yeah, this is an easy mulligan. But this is an easy keep. Field of Ruin, is it going to be good against either of the Luris decks? I don't think so, so we're just going to ship that. But Censor won't be bad. All right. They mulliganed as well. Okay, it is the Rakdos deck. This could be bad, realistically. So I don't want an Arcanist to resolve. I think that's like a nail in the coffin, so I have to say go. The beats. Yeah. Get censored. Now, would I field one of these lands? Why not? No, that's why not. It feels Karaksa. But would I make a 1/1 shark? I don't think so either. So we're just gonna go land go. Preserve our life total. Okay. Not cool. Claim, eh? Okay, that's pretty spicy. They get to Thoughtseize me for freezy. Alright. Okay, not much I can do here. I think we're gonna save the sensor. I don't think they're gonna take it. I think they're gonna take Search or Shark, and then we can cycle so they don't gain as much information. Bang, bang. Now that they know about sensor, it's much worse. Ugh. They got nothing really great in the graveyard, though. And they know about Shark. Alright, we're just going to say go. This matchup seems kind of scary. Wow. That's really good. Phyrexian Tower with Supplier. They can Kroxa if they want. We're going to have to find a Wrath. This matchup feels rough, I must say. I have 2 unknowns to him, though, so bringing back Kroxa could be dangerous. Seems like a slam dunk play to me. Phyrexian Tower is just so good. Think I want to cycle. Wow. And a Village Rites. Alright. It's not bad. I do need that. I almost for sure have to cast out, so I'm going to take this. This deck is a well-oiled machine. They could have claimed my Shark, but I guess that's not that good. There's a Wrath, but I think it's actually more important to cast this out. I'm gonna say go. So they can Village Rites again. I don't think you can claim when you flashback this. Yeah, because its mana cost is more than 1. But they can just claim to get through, get 1 damage in. Not that big of a deal, but... Okay. That is pretty cute. That is pretty cute. Rude. Sacrificing my one and only Shark? Rude. Okay, so I gotta wait for that to come into play to Wrath here. So we're just gonna say go. Mm-hmm. No Thoughtseize, please. Okay, they're definitely going for thought. Ah, they got it. Yikes. Let's see if they do it. Hopefully they Village Rites. No. Lame. Okay, we'll take it. Which is well played by our opponents, but now we'll just try to find another one. Easy game. Bang! Still in trouble, but that was nice. 17 cards in their graveyard. So they got food for days. Okay. Can fame it. And then they can fame the other token. Oh, God. This deck is awesome. I just might be dead. I am just impressed with this Rakdos deck. It looks like a modern deck. I just feel outclassed. I just feel completely outclassed. Cycle a 4/4 shark, I guess? I'd be shocked if I win this match. We do have like some cages and stuff in the board, but... Alright, cycle... They have claim, right? Yeah, they have claim. Fame, fame. Fame, fame, claim. If they go fame on this token, get a new token, fame on the other token, get another token, and then claim this just so I can't block, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 damage. I found lethal for our opponent. Let's see if they got it. Yeah, I mean, they had lethal, right? I gotta play this deck. Sounds like I got the lines down. This might have to be our next Droppin Baums. This deck is sweet. Alright, do I just get to kill an Arcanist here? Well, we might be able to steal this, and they just had us dead on board. Okay. We're just another Wrath away from neutralizing here. Oh, God. Maybe not. What can we draw now? Oh, my God. There's no way they're just going to attack first. They're going to Croxa first. But maybe they attack first. That's our only hope. Attack, 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 attack. One time, Droppin Baums fans. Yes, claim it. No, don't touch that Croxa. Yeah, Croxa were just dead, so if that goes on the stack, we're not even going to show them this. But damn, we actually drew pretty well to give ourselves a chance in this game, and it just didn't matter. We just got overrun. Luckily, we do have a pretty good sideboard. I saw a lot of decrees, I saw cages. Got us. All right. That's the game we're supposed to lose. We're bringing in all the cages. Settles, timely, decrees. Let's get out Narset. Pact of Negation. Blink of an Eye. Dovin's Veto. One Search for Azcanta and one Hydroglyphic Illumination. Looks good to me. All right, well, let's hope we can do a little bit better because that was a beating. Wow. All right. I think I can keep this. It's nothing amazing. I do want to cycle this Hydroglyphic Illumination, though. God, that's a fun word to say, or a fun card to say. All right, Luris of the Dream Den. We have a plan here. Make land drops, cast Sphinx's Revelation. That's it. Your go. Snotsies? Yeah, our hand's pretty Thoughtseize proof. Respect. We'll say go. See how well they want to play around Censor. When you know about it, it's rough. But in the early game, it's still very, very tough to play around. Alright, we'll say go. I'm going to leave these sensors up as long as I'm making land drops. Yep. Okay. Trying to village rights this. Claim. Claim is a great card. Let's cycle 1. Alright, you got it. Cycle another. Now they think we won't have one, but we will have one more. We're still in main phase? What? Oh, that's a tilt. That's a T. Alright, well, that was a good one. So, Berthamelitis, play a land. Could just go Berthamelitis, Cage, Hollowed Fountain, tap, say go, and then cycle Shark. Just kind of give up on Censor. I think I like that. Do your worst. That was pretty bad. Ouch. That was pretty good. T money. Replaces itself. That is nice. I wonder why you don't hit the supplier there. What do I know? All right. Let's hope we don't get claimed or something. I'd like this to live for one turn, then I feel pretty good about the game. But if it doesn't, I don't feel great. Okay. Trying to fame it so they make me sack a creature. I think that's okay. Because they'd have to sack some of the creatures they'd be attacking with. Or they'd have to sack exactly one, which is still enough to keep Teferi alive. Ah, okay. That's much better. Okay, it's dead. Yep, our opponent is playing well. Our opponent is playing quite well. They know their deck. Okay, we'll say go. Either Giant Shark or Sphinx's Rev. I think it's just got to be a 4/4 Shark. Hope to do something in combat. But dang, I'm not feeling good about this. Croxa. Could make a baby shark. Could just do 2 baby sharks. I actually think that might be better. I think we just do another one. All right, let's discard the land. pretty far away from being able to bring it back. Far away as in needs one more red source, so I guess not that far. Lurrus is back. Alright, Baby Shark. Try to kill this Pyromancer. Okay, Censor is not going to be very good right now. We actually kind of want to just draw a land, just to be able to Sphinx his Rev for 3, or for 4 instead of 3. And then hope to find a Wrath, but it seems like just every scenario I'm looking for to beat this Rakdos deck, I'm just hoping multiple things go right to just keep me in the game, and I feel like I can never really do anything to take advantage, you know? I mean, that Teferi was as close as I got to pulling ahead, and they've had the perfect answer each time. This deck feels really good. Theirs, not ours. I'm really interested in this Rakdos deck. What is opponent thinking about? Village Rites, I guess? Okay. Drawing some cards. No Thoughtseize. Ah! God! They have just been dominating us. Think I have to cycle this. God, is Seal Away even good? I mean, I guess I just have to seal away this priest, but I just don't feel like I have a chance. Your go. What's my best draw? I guess Teferi into something, but it just feels impossible. But to be fair, these aristocrat-style decks have always been very, very good against control. They just eventually beat you down. Just run them out of resources. When I'm trying to answer their stuff on a one-for-one basis, and all their cards just generate so much value, it's really tough to beat. Okay, the old claim fame trick. And they get to just Village Rites or Rampage. Oh man, this deck is good. Wow. Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize me? Is that my only out? That they just keep Thoughtseizing me until they go to 0? Okay, okay. All right, now we need a Wrath and we have a chance. Okay, well, Teferi, we're definitely going to cast that. Do we have to just tuck Lurrus? We're still just dead to so many things. I think I might just have to draw Settle. All right, that's it. Yep, I got to draw Settle and hope it works. Settle. Okay, so if I hit that, that's 3, 4, 5... 5, 6. That's still 6 with just attacking with Lurrus. So I have to... Okay, I have to hope they attack with Lurrus. And then Priest. I have to hope they attack with Lurrus like before they do anything, essentially. So essentially I have to hope they play bad. And they did not. Ever. They did not play bad a single second of that match, and we got destroyed. Like, that was an absolute beating. So, wow. I guess Control does not line up well against this Rakdos deck, but that Rakdos deck looked really awesome as well. So stay tuned for our dramatic conclusion if we have a winning record on today's Droppin Bombs. See you for round number 3. All right, and welcome to the third and final round here with Azorius Control. We really want to take down this win to, you know, prove our deck is good. If you 1-2 at Dropping Bombs, everyone knows it's bad. But if you 2-1, the deck's perfect, so. All right, so we would love to go first. We're really going to hope we're up against aggro, but if we're up against aggro, this is a great hand. I think we keep it, but this could go absolutely poorly. Let's start with Hallowed Fountain. We might cycle. Creature. Thicket. Okay, that could kind of go either way. Be a Gruul deck. It's a tap land, though. Okay. All right, we're in the money. All right, do we want to just seal this away or just get Timely going? I think I kind of like Timely. Yeah. So let's cycle. Timely. Now this seems like just a hieroglyphic illumination term next turn, and then like a Wrath maybe, or Teferi Tick Up Seal Away. We'll play it by ear, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Clothis. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, just a land go. They're gonna eat. Our Search for His Captives are gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna be tough to get that going. Clothis is one heck of a card when it resolves. We got ways to answer it though, so I'm not super worried. Teferi Tick Up is gonna be great. It does not rely on the graveyard and should be pretty lights out. Depending what they do this turn. Light up thy stage. Okay. Glory Bringer. Okay, we have a land in the yard, so they can Glory Bringer next turn, which they're for sure going to want to do, or this goes away. So this Seal Away next turn is going to be awesome. All right. Gallia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this will become a creature next turn, but then we'll be able to Seal Away and it won't deal us damage. Draw 2. All right, we will not be running out of gas. Teferi, our hero we always needed, always knew we needed, and now luckily have. Okay. Can just censor it too? That's interesting. It's probably better because then they do not get the exert trigger. I mean, they could just play a land too, and then we don't get that option. But yeah, if I'm able to censor Glorybringer, I will. Ooh, or I could actually Seal Away Clothis and then Wrath. That's good. Yeah, sure. That shock's irrelevant. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, okay. It's gonna be Seal Away Clothis. Then they get to kill Teferi. I can't let them kill Teferi. No exert? That would be sweet. I guess it doesn't matter too much. All right. Yeah, we're going to Seal Away. Let's get this Glorybringer out of here. Let's get this Gallia out of here. Take 2 damage. Light up thy stage. Another Glorybringer coming. Okay. So we could just Revelation. They don't have, for sure, a land. So if they... Oh, never mind. They do have a land. So it looks like we're going to lose to Fairy. Not much we can do about it. Sensor's going to be bad. We could just cycle Sensor and see what we hit here. All right. Well, that was good. Okay. Let's... This allows him to ramp, but I think that's okay. Let's get rid of this. That way we're getting our untapped value here. All right. Okay. Now we're just trying to keep Teferi alive. It seems like this whole deck is just surrounded with, okay, can I keep Teferi alive? Yes. Okay, sweet. Then I'm probably going to win. Oh, you can't? Okay, I'm going to lose. And Teferi's just a little bit more fragile than some of the other busted mythics like Uro. You know, so Teferi is definitely not at its best. Okay. We're pretty happy to just seal this away. Even if, we don't really care how they attack. You know, it's going to be a seal away on Glorybringer pretty much no matter what. No glory for you. Okay, untap. Let's draw a card. All right, let's just get rid of this other Ramunap Ruin. And say go. Hopefully just a revelation turn. Let's just have a revelation. Okay, that would be for 4. Yeah. We can't really keep Teferi alive if they do have like another Glorybringer. So Revelation for 4, then Wrath. Seems like a great play regardless. It's like a big Gruul deck, huh? Gotta be a great matchup for us, I would assume. These style of decks, these mid-rangey piles never really did stand much of a chance against Teferi decks. Okay. Sure. Zycleve. Well, I guess we got the Sensor. Real question is, do we Revelation for just 2? Seems bad. But we got the other one, so yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay. So Narset seems good. Wow. Well, Settle seems insane. That was a broken top deck. Now they just have to play so weird around this, and then we can just, if they don't attack with enough, we just like Shark. Like, now they're just at the mercy of us playing well, or if us making a mistake. If we play well, it's going to be pretty tough to lose. Though Clothis is annoying, but this will bring us right back. Okay, yeah, so 5/5. Now, if they do have Embercleave, they'll for sure kill this, but I don't really care about that, so. Shark Typhoon. Bang. Yeah. You did. You did. All right, Gruul. I like this. I like this for Clothis quite a bit. Oh, that's only creature? Yeah, I mean, if it's a creature, it works perfectly fine. Settle seems great. The one of Narset I think is okay. Let's take out one Shark. Let's take out a couple of these Hydroglyphic Illuminations. One Search. Center is actually still pretty good. And this is really good at tapping out when you want to tap out. So I think it's worth it to leave some packs, but maybe we don't want both because it's really bad early. Yeah, let's try them. I'm not sure about Pact to Negation, but I read Jerry's article, which you can check out on Star City Games from a few days ago, even last week. Just said, like, this is the best way to build blue-white. High impact spells backed up by Pact to Negation is really, really good. So Teferi, untap, Pact. Next turn you pay for Pact, and then Teferi gets to draws you a card, of course. Play a land, untap. All of a sudden you have 3 mana to counter something else on your opponent's turn. Very good. Okay, I think we can keep this. Our lands are tap lands, so that's not great, but our hand comes back and is just very powerful. Plus we can get Birth. Or hold up Censor still. So actually our mana problems are not really real. Okay, I think I want to hold up Censor. Because what they have now is not a big deal, but a Klothys or an Annex, if I could deal with it, I would like to. Okay. All right, I'll just say go. I'll keep taking these big beats from this Soulscar Mage. Thy Chain. Playing around Censor nicely. Yep. Gonna have to let this happen. Could just play a Shark. Or cycle a Shark just as a chump blocker. I'm in. And we're going to chump it immediately because another Chain Whirler just eats it up. Now we're going to leave this open for cast out. Cast out a creature, then Teferi tick up, you know, or Teferi tick down even. So I'm actually going to not block. Now that I talked myself into that line, I want to hold this as a blocker for Teferi. Wow. Okay. I think I just have to cast out this Embercleave. Let's get that cleave out of here. Give us a good idea of what we have to deal with next turn. And we can chump. Yeah, I mean, it's Teferi time. We can chump and then timely next turn to back it up. Another Embercleave or whatever is going to be bad, but we need to find an answer for that anyways. That's not going to help too much. Untap some of these. Likely cycling Censor here if we don't get any value off of it. Okay. Just endless dance coming from that Gallia. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Embercleave is exactly lethal. Okay, all coming at me. They just discard a cleave? A card at random. I bet they did not want to. Wow, I bet Gallia just actually wrecked them here. Unless they just have 3 Embercleaves. Okay. 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 The jig is up on this Censor. Now we need a Wrath. A Wrath pretty much closes this out. Okay. Is a Wrath just busted here? It's gotta be, right? Okay. Yeah, Wrath plus cast out? Okay. All right, your go. We can timely next turn. Just don't burn me out. That would have just burned me out if I didn't draw that cast out. Holy cow, we've been getting a little lucky. We didn't have cast out or wrath, and we needed both of them. They're just going to concede with this cast out of pure frustration. I know I would. Robber of the Rich. It's actually not bad, because now we get to Timely for full value. Going face. Settle. Haha, sure. Two, three, Timely. Now I think yeah, let's go like this. All right, we'll start blowing up some lands then. Just to thin our deck, because our hand is quite bad. But we have took them out of all their resources, so they're going to have to get a little lucky. Okay. Okay. Field that. No good attacks. Okay. And now they have nothing. Hooray! We salvaged the 2-1. Excellent, excellent. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this week's Droppin Bombs. Now we're going to head to the deck tech, see if I would make any changes, and I got a couple things to say about the deck. So let's head over there and do some chatting. All right, and welcome to the deck tech here with Azorius Control. All right, 2-1. Not bad, not bad. I feel not great about this deck. Maybe just because of how bad we lost in the one match we lost. Like, that was a good player playing a deck they knew and playing a deck that is popular right now, the Rakdos deck that we played round 2, and they dismantled us. It was not remotely close. You know, so I feel like I'm a little afraid for this deck. I think it does have some really, really powerful things going, and I think it needs a little bit more fine-tuning. But there's definitely something there. Honestly, the thing that impressed me the most was the interaction between Pact Negation and Teferi. Just having that free counter spell whenever you tap out for some huge haymaker was just insane. So let's talk about the individual cards. Pact Negation is a card that got added to Historic, something we never saw in Standard, where Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, was mixed with Pact Negation. That just wasn't a thing. So that's adding a lot of interesting dynamics with the deck, and helps in counter wars and stuff that we saw in like round 1 against that Jeskai cycling deck. Our packs were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. All right, then we got 2 seal-aways. All right, let's talk about all the 2s here. So all the instant speed 2s, we got Dobin's Vetoes, Censor, Blink, Seal-away, more Dobin's Vetoes in the board. These 2-drop interactive spells pair perfectly with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's all we are. We're a Teferi deck, you know, that gets to play all these cheap interactive spells to pair with Teferi. That's just what makes this card so powerful. Teferi, untap, seal away a creature is something we learned from the Dominaria days of Standard, where basically this was the only deck that could compete against red-black aggro. I still think the other deck was much better, you know, for what it was worth, and did play red-black aggro, but that is just a nice interaction there. We see Search for Azcanta if we're comparing everything to that blue-white deck as well. Birth of Melitus is a new one that can help protect your planeswalkers. Now, we don't have Teferi Time Raveler, and that is really the main reason in Birth for my, or at least with my experience. So I don't know how much I love the card in here, but I mean, we saw it in round 1, how great the 0-4 wall actually was. So maybe it's not so bad. Sphinx's Revelation is another card that we didn't get in this standard form either. one of the most powerful cards in history, in the history of Magic as far as control cards go, but it's just outclassed these days. And honestly, so is Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. These cards are not as powerful as they once were. And we didn't even play against like an Uro deck, something where we really would just get outvalued. So I'm a little worrisome that these cards just don't pack as much of a punch. But, I mean, we did go 2-1, and the 2 matches we won, it felt easy. But the match we did lose, it felt really bad. So maybe the matchups with the Azorius Control are just really swingy. And I can totally see that. You have great matchups, and then you have absolutely heinous matchups. And our sideboard honestly paints a picture of what is the bad matchup. But we'll get to that in a second. We got 1 Timely in the main, 1 in the board. I think this is a card I would move to the sideboard moving forward. That's one change I for sure want to make. It's fine. I mean, it's a good card to draw, but... And I mean, to be honest, it was insane this last round on game 1, but doesn't seem like a main deckable card to me. So let's move that one to the board and honestly just add another Narset. Narset is just an unbelievable Magic card. Then we got 2 Cast Out, 3 Wrath, 1 Settle as our kind of bigger effects to exile stuff. Like, so I mean, I guess the game plan against Uro decks is just cast outing Uro, but they have like Teferis as well or random things to deal with enchantments. So it's not a very good foolproof plan to deal with it. So I'm still very afraid of Uro decks. And I don't think it would be great. I think we would smash like my mono green ramp deck from last week. I think this would have a pretty good matchup depending on how many Wraths you draw. Then we got 3 Hydroglyphic Illumination, a card that's very good at filling your graveyard for Search for Azcanta, as well as just casting is completely fine. And then our kill conditions, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and Shark Typhoon. We kill with sharks, or we kill by embleming with Teferi, and just untapping Castle, making a bunch of tokens, kind of like we saw in round 1. So that's the main deck. Let's talk about the board. When I was saying that there is a sideboard, an obvious bad matchup, based on the cards in the sideboard, 3 Cage to me just screams out that Jerry was really afraid of Rakdos, as well as it's just a good card right now. Hits Muxus, hits Collected Company decks, and hits these Rakdos decks. Now we're starting to see all these decks, all these Jund-based red-black decks, play a bunch of like Angrass Rampage, Abrades, all these artifacts removal cards, even goblins playing Blast Zone to deal with it. So it's not the foolproof plan like it was 2 weeks ago. People have caught on to dealing with Cage. It's like the only thing you can do against some of these decks. So just have 6 cards that kill a Cage in your deck post-board seems like the way to go for me. So I'm a little wary that that's a good plan to lean on. So I think I would want to cut a Cage, probably for another Devout Decree. Red-based decks are really popular. It's good against a lot of things. I think I would rather have that, or maybe another Sealway. Devout Decree for the aggro decks. Dovin's Vetoes for any control deck. You know, we saw them be very good. Forsake the Worldly, I don't think is a good enough card. I think it's a pretty low impact sideboard card. It reminds me a lot of Wilt. And my brother taught me well, just don't put the Brad Nelson quote, don't put bad cards in your deck like that. Or what did he say? It was super low impact bad cards. And I was like, okay, I won't put in a Wilt. So I think this is the same kind of thing. It literally does the same thing. And if Godfarer's Gift becomes pretty big, you know, this is a card that is warranted, but there's got to be a good reason to play this, and I don't see one right now as far as the decks I've been playing against. Then we got Timely Reinforcements and Settle for our aggressive matchups, and then Mystical Disputes and Narsets once again for our control matchups, as well as Uro decks. That's, I think, our only hope against Uro is to just land a Narset and protect it. So that's why I want to go up to 4 total, get that Timely Reinforcements just out of the deck. Maybe put it to the sideboard, get that Cage out of there, and another Narset to the main. I think those are the main changes I'd make so far for all your control mages out there. So that's going to do it for this week's Droppin Bombs. I think this deck has promise, but it also scares me a little bit. Just that round 2 was such a beating. I don't feel like I was 2-1. I feel like I was 1-2. Just because I got beat so badly there. But this is a deck I'm going to continue to play around with on stream and see if there is anything there. Because let me tell you, I miss the one true hero, And that's the hero of Dominaria. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We will be back next week for some more historic action before the Mythic Invitational, which I will be casting. So we'll see you next week for more Droppin Baums action. Bye-bye.